Hey everybody, welcome to this A2 English listening practice video. You can use this video to practice your listening and comprehension as I speak. So today I'm going to talk about middle school. In the US, this is the level of school that comes after elementary school and before high school. This is an interesting period in person life and is their academic career, so let's talk about it. First of all, it's important to note that the grades and level schools are different in different countries. In the US, most people start middle school when they're 12 years old. At this age, there are 7 grades. Most middle school in the US include 7 and 8 grades, but there are some that go from 6th to 8th grade. In other countries, this might not be a case. So one of the big challenges that happen in the middle school is that students start going to multiple classes with different teachers. In elementary school, students have only one teacher who teaches every subject. This also means that they are with the same classmate all day. However, in American middle school, students usually have 6 or 7 different teachers and classes. This is a huge transition if you ask me. For some students, this is overwhelming and it's hard for them to do well in every classes. When I start middle school, I struggled a little bit with the amount of homework I had. It was the first time in my life that I have more than an hour of homework each day, and this was the first time in my life that I had to do homework on weekend. It seemed like a lot of work to me. However, in other countries, students have more work than American students. In my opinion, school in the US isn't that hard compared to some other countries. But one thing is hard in middle school is adapting to new social environment. In elementary school, you with the same classmates every year. But it's changed in the middle school. Substantially, there's many more students at your school. Most of people in your grade are from other elementary schools, so you don't know them. I remember being nervous on the first day on 7th grade because I felt like I was starting over again. Another reason why I changed from middle school to social life is because they're going through puberty. Is the time in your life when your body and mind change a lot. I remember the phase of my life very well. It is really a work and uncomfortable time. It changed the way people act and socialize with others. So middle school can be a stressful time for people. Regarding academics, middle school in the US isn't as important as high school. Your performance in high school affects your change of getting to different college, but middle school doesn't really matter when it comes to applying to college. If you don't do well in middle school, it probably won't lose your life. You can still do well in high school, but middle school is important because you learn to be a better and more mature student. You learn how to handle more classes and more work. Also, the tests are harder than elementary school. You actually have to study and prepare for exam. There are skills that you can learn while in middle school. Lastly, let's talk some of the different subjects that Americans learn in middle school. Some of my classes include English, US history, earth science, and algebra. Also, students can take a few electives which are optional classes. For example, I took art and guitar class in 7th grade, and I had 2 elective classes called Tech Lab in 8th grade. These classes are pretty fun. One other optional class some of my friends took were Spanish. I didn't take Spanish until high school too. Alright, now I'm going to ask you some questions about today's video to see how well you understood. 1. How old are the most Americans when they start middle school? 2. What are challenging things about middle school? 3. What's elective